Hey guys, it's me again. So after a bit of a break, shower, cleaning yourself up, I'm gonna go for a nice walk in this crisp weather, and I'm taking the Sky Bridge. So what you saw behind me was actually the beautiful Hyatt Hotel, and this is the courtyard of the Hyatt, and I can just feel the cool air. Really, this is some of the best weather I've seen in Seattle. I have been here in summer, and it's beautiful in summer. Never been here end of March, but this is just beautiful weather. Blue sky, cool. Some of you would find it cold, but it's perfect for me. Coming from a hot climate, hot weather. Now, I'll pause here. I'm on a sky bridge connecting two hotels, the Westin and the Hyatt. This is quite a famous place, and give you a view of Bellevue. Now Bellevue, as you can see, skyscrapers there, and I'll walk across and you can see some of how it looks. Bellevue has really developed since I've started coming here. There's some people looking at me thinking I'm crazy. That's okay. But it's basically a city on its own. And the one thing I'll tell you about Bellevue is that it really is a spotless place. Everything is neat, tidy. The first time I came here, I looked at it and it was so perfect. You actually think that it's something out of a video game or a movie. That's what I thought. The sidewalks are clean and spotless, as you can see down there. There's just brand new buildings, nice looking buildings, apartments everywhere. Everything works, everything's clean. So it's really a nice place to be, Bellevue. I'm gonna go into the building now. And this is just another walkway. The Microsoft Technology Center is actually in this building, right? So Microsoft has these technology centers around the world. We've got one in Johannesburg as well. And basically, this is for customers to come and have a look at the latest and greatest. Now, what's interesting about this one, it's actually on the 22nd floor of what's known as the Lincoln Square building. So I'll show that to you tomorrow when I'm actually there. The view from there is just amazing. I know I was talking about the view from the hotel earlier. So that's something to look forward to. Once again, Bellevue, if you look at, this is not even a mall. This is just a building with some shops. Just the way everything's finished. As you can see behind me, everything is first class. Really nice. What would the downside be? So some people might say that it's almost too nice. It's too neat, tidy, lacks a bit of soul. I've heard that comment before. And if you're coming for a holiday, yeah, maybe not the place you want to come to. But this is just a suburb of Seattle, right? You've got Seattle downtown, which definitely has character. There's no lack of character there. And you've got the mountains. You've got a whole bunch of natural resources, scenery to have a look at. So you don't have to worry about character in the Pacific Northwest. But from a business perspective, Bellevue, just a great place, very convenient. Everything you need in one stop. So probably that's why we have a lot of conferences and things here. So I'll get to the street and we'll see if we can interact with some of the locals. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so I'm walking down the street in Bellevue, and I was thinking, you get a lot of Westerners that go to places like India, China, and they always want a video log, and they talk about the local culture. They talk about things like street food and the local, people dancing and singing and local customs. So I thought, okay, what if I did that in America? And I'm going to have to hurry because it's crossing the street here. What if I did that in America? Is it going to work? Now, Bellevue is not your typical American city. It's a lot more upper class, as you can see behind me. Lots of nice cars, nice buildings. So let's talk about street food. What's the street food of Bellevue? Well, as you can see, there's nothing, right? Street food in Bellevue means lots of high-end restaurants, like this one here, the Palomino. Ever been there? I have been to the Cheesecake Factory. So this is I think it's called Bellevue Square, and There's a lot of you're not short of choices there. I'll tell you that much, right? It's very clean, very safe, as I was saying. Got my cell phone out. I wouldn't do this in downtown Joburg. That's for sure. So I had to stop there as I was crossing the street. So as I was saying, it's spotless. There's nothing to complain about here. But there's probably almost nothing to see if you're a tourist as well. So if you like really high-end shopping malls and clean streets and no street food, probably a good place to come, Bellevue. In terms of culture, once again, it's your typical American city. I'm not saying that there's no culture, but there's nothing unique if you're already in the West. So there's nothing unique for you to see. But to be fair, the Americans are very polite, very friendly. There's no issues. Just doing what I'm doing, going out for a walk. I got my cell phone out. No issues whatsoever. Apart from one lady thought I was nuts. But generally, people think I'm nuts, so it's fine. I'm used to that, right? Let's see, what's interesting. So a lot of high-end furniture stores here for some reason. People in Seattle love expensive furniture. That's what I'm getting. Then there's a lot of very fancy restaurants. So the food scene is big. If you like seafood, and I'm not into seafood obviously, but if you do, Seattle's probably one of the better places to come. Very big on seafood. Lobster, crab. They make something called clam chowder. Don't know if you heard about that. So that's something you can have a look at. I'm actually going to take a left here and see where it ends. So I'm hoping to do this in downtown Seattle. You get a few more interesting characters there. Not much very interesting here in Bellevue, I'm afraid.